about the issue of epilepsy and how we can go about it. And that group is the One Media House that was established by our own dear friend and brother, Ambassador Edmund Gbarwee. So Edmund will be with us to talk about this for the next, between now and 8 o'clock. Edmund, good morning, sir.
Well, good morning, Raily Guanbeh. I hope I pronounced it this time correct.
Oh, yes. You pronounce it correct.
I've always struggled with this. But good morning to you, and good morning to all of our people who are listening to us near and far and by way of your online television. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm very honored. And on behalf of the team from Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia, we want to say thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador Edmund Gbarwee, for joining us on this show to keep raising the awareness, to educate our people about epilepsy and how we can go about, if not obliterating, but at least reducing the stigmatization of those suffering from this disease. And so let me be first to say the voice of Yahweh Mesno 99.1 is carrying the show live right there in Zikepa. I love to call it the way Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former president, called it Zekepa. Right there in Zekepa, voice of Yahweh Mesno is carrying the show live. So, Mr. Gbarwee, thank you again for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's an honor, really.
That's good. So I'd like to read a few lines just before I go to Mr. Edmund Gbarwee. Epilepsy is a significant public health concern in Liberia, though exact prevalence and data may vary due to under-reporting and limited access to healthcare services and support. A study conducted in 2013 suggested that epilepsy prevalence in rural Liberia could be around 4.9 per 1,000 people. However, the stigma associated with epilepsy and limited resources for diagnosis and treatment often leads to under-rating and inadequate care and support. Many people with epilepsy in Liberia are facing social exclusion, and there is a lack of specialized medical services. The Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia campaign was established as the advocacy arm of the One Media House Media Incorporated, a group of companies established in 2018 by Ambassador Edmund Walakewon Gbarwee and incorporators in and out of Liberia that owns Nimba Dina TV and manages the radio voice of Yahweh Mesno and other entities. The Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia campaign started in August 2021 in Yahweh Mesno Health District with volunteers, contributors, and partners making contributions for the implementation of Phase 1 to Phase 3 that just ended in on July 26, 2024, with additional volunteers and partners making contributions in cash and kinds and making sacrifices for the improvement of persons living with epilepsy. Now let me come to you, Edmund. First of all, thank you so much and your partners, your colleagues, for having this dream, this great dream, to have come to this level to raise awareness. First of all, tell us, what brought this vision to you?
Well, really, let me say thanks to you. And I'm saying this with a humble heart because many a times what you all do, people don't see it right here as we are living, but it's making a huge impact. First of all, I'm a public health practitioner, and I would like to put on this disclaimer real quick. I'm not a professional public health person. I have not come here this morning as a specialist. I have come here this morning for us to learn together and share our thoughts on how we can all collectively work together to help minimize epilepsy and reduce its stigmatization. Growing up as a child, we used to go for conferences, and where I come from is Gbarwee. It is still unclear scientifically to know the causes of epilepsy, especially in the Gbarwee area, to be specific, the community called Blilo. So whenever we went for church conferences from the May Baptist Church, now the Fundamental Baptist Church, we noticed that some of our colleagues would fall. That was then I was a child. And it would be extremely embarrassing. And some of them would just, after a few minutes, wake up and they would never come back to church, either to Sunday school and all of that.
Yeah, so when a person wakes up, they start looking around.
They start looking around.
It's shame and embarrassment.
Absolutely. And it came to a point that two of my cousins, may their souls rest in peace, had epilepsy in our village. And they were being separated from us. We can't eat from them. They can't play with us. And one of them died. The late, he died. They have to separate him. And he died. So when I graduated...
So just before you go forward, did he die as a result of the disease or as a result of stigmatization by the family members?
I want to believe, and capturing from my memory, I want to believe he died because of the rejection. Because our uncle then did not clearly understand what the situation was. And people took it to be waged. And in fact, if you are sick and people isolate you, you become vulnerable. There's something playing on your mind already that, look, I think I am now being given a death sentence. So that alone could also trigger some other things leading to his death. Make his soul and all faithful souls departed who are maybe passed on because of epilepsy, either by getting drowned or by getting burned, or by committing suicide, and all of that. So in 2018, I was on a needs survey as a student of public health from the Adventist University of West Africa. So I decided to visit a community deep into Blilo called Gbarwee. And when I went to the clinic, I noticed that people have gone there for their treatment, but there was no medication. And I was concerned. And some of them were really like, when you people don't give our medicine today, I will not go. About 25 persons, mainly women and girls. So I got concerned and I asked the ORT, one Brooks Mele, I think he works now in the Bunabin area as an ORT. So I said, can you give me a statistics of this situation? And he gave that, statistics to me. About 158 of our citizens are on treatment at the Gbarwee clinic. And 85% of them, they are women. So I got extremely concerned. And I said, but what can we do about this? And the medication is expensive. The long of the short is, I decided to now come back and talk to a couple of people. One of them was pharmacist Joseph C. Koy. And then a lady called Antoinette Wade Johnson. And my wife and my family. And I saw a situation, something that happened to our cousin before, and happening to a lot of friends of ours. And it's called epilepsy. What can we do? And
Wow.
we decided
And
that.
so I'm concerned about this alarming rate that you gave from the place. 100 and what?
158. And just wait,
Wow.
we will give you more details as
Oh,
we
that's
report.
from a little community right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Let me welcome Ambassador Gbarwee, please. Before you continue, let me welcome the soup to the show. She is following the show from Sunday College. She just said that on our page. Ma called me Gono. Thank you for joining us on the show, and you are most welcome. Please continue, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for following. As always, man, as superintendent, this is key to all of us, and I'm happy that you all are following this morning. So in 2020, we took 2 years to now plan. So in 2020, my birthday is actually on July 23rd. So I was thinking, what route will we use, to get involved? And sometimes, really, this is the problem. In advocacy, there are stages, there are ways. Because sometimes, when you just take placard and get on the street and say, oh, we'll do this, with all you take on Facebook, oh, the district representative not doing nothing for those who are sick with epilepsy. You are endangering the life of those who can speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm. You are right.
So we were now thinking, what do we do to get this to the attention of stakeholders and the public? May his soul rest in peace, Representative Johnson Gbarwee. His birthday too was on July 25th. And then I was born July 23rd. So we are Leo, So I decided that, look, I think what I can do, since he's my best friend, what we can do is I'm going to reach out to him and say, look, can we celebrate our birthday with those who are challenged with epilepsy in your district? And he immediately responded and said, yes, Ambassador, we can do. And I said, we can't limit it to you alone. So let me open it up. For matter of fact, really, I'm happy that we have now the Gompa communication networks that is on the social media. This is one of our dreams come true for the people of Nimba. When we established Nimba D9 TV in 2018, it was just our online television. Later on came Nimba TV, Nimba Rural TV, and today we have Gompa Communication Network, a proliferation of online televisions in Nimba. I'd like to say thank you and thank you to all. So we decided to now use the social media to raise funds beginning with ourselves. So we begin to reach out. Then a couple of people from the state saw this and said, oh, this person suffering from epilepsy. This person suffering from epilepsy. I will give $50. I will give $20. I will give this. If you see our flyer, you will notice that there are many pictures there. Some people giving clothes, some people giving shoes, some people giving things. And we decided that, look, this is now going to be wonderful. But what is most needed is the medication, because that was what the people were telling the medical practitioners at Bowie Clinic. That when you're not getting our medicine, we're not going. We're not going. And there was a man who I understand he was a former general doing the water. That man speaks French very well. He could be in his 50s. That man said if he does not get his medication that day in 2018, he will not go. He will do something to those medical people. So I decided that, look, our attention should get on the medication. Really, it will amaze you to know that even to get epilepsy medicine is very difficult and it's expensive. That was the time I got to, really like, this thing is serious. We went to several top pharmacists in Monrovia looking for the medication. We could not find it. We had the money in our hand. And Pharmacy Joseph Sequoy said, I will talk to MSF. Let them get involved and donate some of the medication. Read me a communication regarding this initiative. And we did. And MSF, through the Ministry of Health, Mental Health Division, at the time, provided 1,000 tablets of the carbamazepine 200 milligrams. And then later on, he maneuvered. He talked to a pharmacy called Foya Development pharmacies on the boulevard, they were able to also, give us 3,000 tablets, which cost $300. Every 1,000 tablets, we pay $100 for that. So we were able to start off with 4,000 tablets. Really, when we put up the announcement, we went in August of 2020 that we would be in Boyi to celebrate our birthday and also to create awareness as how we can remove the stigmatization around epilepsy. Before we got to Boyi on that fateful day in August, it was challenging. Okay. It was tough. And what was really terrifying to me is we as a team with no understanding, especially social workers, that went with us from Gbarwee County. There's a lady who joined us from Yahweh Mesno. A couple of young guys joined us. We hired motorbikes. When we got to a community, the area was flooded as it is now. We had to go from Zikepa and take the route to Tapetan. That is about 9 or 10 in the night because we wanted to meet up with our team, at Boyi Clinic before they get discouraged and complain that, the people lie and they did not bring the medication. Really, we got between a town before reaching to Point B. The flood, the river has overflowed its bank and it could hold us on our necks. We could not come back. I was very afraid for those citizens that were going with us. And I am like, God, where are we headed to? Please, we have to put leave to the motorbike exhaust and cross everybody one at a time. We reached Boyi 11 in the night. That 11, those people, some of them have come, they were to the clinic and waiting in the morning. People started trooping in from Ray versus County. This is how this initiative started. And we want to be grateful to God that before we could get involved, 2 persons lost their life because one from drowning in Sampa and the other brother, he's somebody who really used to love me, a little boy. He came to me when we were dividing the things and he said, "Oh, uncle, you my friend, but I don't have clothes." And the clothes that were on here, I could see that it's like more than 6 months that boy had not taken back. Wow. And I got a picture today, and I removed the clothes from him myself and placed it back and placed in a new clothes and a slippers. Only because of the stigmatization. Sometimes, that child is now being looked after now carefully by the parents because they sit down and say, the child is now like rejected, stored in the house. Absolutely. And when I put the clothes on him, he hugged me. He said, "Hey, uncle, it ain't so that more." So I hugged him and said, "You will be fine." And a year later, we understand that he passed because of cholera, not because of epilepsy, because he was now on his medication. So this is how this whole initiative started at phase 1. At phase 2, great testimonies started to come in. Now at phase 2, what we did was... So before we go to phase 2, I'm concerned about the name. I want you to just throw a little light on the name. And the name is The Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia. The Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So, yes, that is the name. Sorry, I'm at the house. My son is sleeping, so he's like, I had to. Yes, we're hearing you. Go ahead. Yeah. So that's the name. And that name just came as a vision while we were on the phase 1. And we are like, God, what do we do? And thanks to Anthony Leplu White Johnson, thanks to the ORC Ephraim Ben, and the district health officer, Jerry Tuor, and the county health team, the mental health coordinator for the county, Patrick, Daba, and just all of our stakeholders. Now we are like, which motto do we use? So after we had that encounter with the flood and we all came back successfully, have breaking motorbike, people fell but they could not get hurt. Then when we reached the Zikepa for a feedback section, I said, can we say the motto for this organization is called There Is Still Hope?
Okay. There is still hope.
There is still hope.
Sure.
There is still hope.
And I like that. And
that's the motto. Help minimize epilepsy in Liberia. The motto is There Is Still Hope. Okay. And it became now to claim the attention of stakeholders, of citizens, of the ordinary people. And phase 2, we have Caleb Bengan who did the video documentary, and I will share it with you just for your record.
Okay, sir. So, Mr. Gbarwee, in the community where you report, I think is Boyi,
yes,
where you and your team went, and you got to realize that about 158 persons were suffering from epilepsy. In that particular community, when you are raising awareness, how are the people responding? Since 2018, this group was established. What is your success story in that particular region when it comes to the issue of stigmatization, like Sekou Donzo from Australia is commenting, isolation and stigmatization? Yes, neglect. How is it now in that part of Nimba?
So, the gap is still huge. The gap is still huge. And which is why what you're doing this morning is helping a lot. And by the power in me invested, you are one of the campaigners for Help Minimize Epilepsy. Okay. And we say congratulations.
Thank you,
and
sir.
Even the superintendent of Nimba County.
Thank you.
All of us are campaigners.
And we put Sekou Donzo there. Sekou Donzo is
a campaigner.
Yeah, Sekou is in Australia, and he's also studying health. You know, he's at the university there, right there in Australia, and he's I think nursing or a health student. Let me just say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was now interesting is that we decided at phase 2 to now bring the stakeholders of the district.
So you said the issue of isolation, neglect, stigmatization is still a challenge there.
It's still a challenge.
This is one of the reasons why I thought it was to have you on this show, that we reduce the level of stigmatization. Because when anyone is suffering from any problem, I think stigmatization, isolation, neglect can even kill faster than that condition itself.
Absolutely.
So we need to have it reduced.
Absolutely.
So one of the things I want you to talk about is whether epilepsy is a communicable condition. Is it?
Okay. No, it is not a communicable condition.
Okay.
And
please explain to us.
Yes, and those are the myths that we want to totally remove or reduce, and we are grateful. Let me make this great revelation. We are grateful. But before we go there, let me just say this quickly: that epilepsy, you can't take it from people. And epilepsy, like the thing they call spare.
Yes, I think we need to be simplistic. Yeah, some people have simple Liberian English. Epilepsy, that go me on see Sansa.
Sansa, that thing they call spare. You just sit it down, then
you grab you, then you jump down, you start jacking on yourself. You fool me.
Really, in our brain, God made us so unique that in our brain there are plenty of small things that blood passing through in our brain. So that small thing there, whenever current can go inside current can go inside. So when that current is stuck in our head, then you go unconscious. Meaning you fall down, then you jerking. It can happen for small time.
Yeah, you will not be to yourself.
You will not be to yourself. But there are different types of epilepsy. So let me say it this way. Epilepsy is a brain disorder that causes repeated seizure. Seizure means they jacking. One thing, that not every seizure is epilepsy. So when somebody fall down, take them to the health facility. We, the public health people, there's something in medicine called prevention before cure. There's something they can say that. For upper, we can say to you, really, when you leave the radio station, when you going out, when you on that radio station again, call all the appliances of everything. Because when you do it at that, when you know, like the also the you know, current car, it will run in nothing. So prevent it. Don't wait until something happens. So we in public health, we're not there to give medicine, but we're there to create the condition of prevention. And when certain things pass to certain level, then we're there to control it. So epilepsy, the thing because you can't take it from anybody. You can't take it from your girlfriend. You can't take it from your boyfriend. You can't take it when you and people eat together. You can't take it when the person fall down and you step in the person's space. And in fact, this is what has killed some people. Because somebody will be standing and somebody fall near a river or into a river because of epilepsy. And the person, you standing, you get the strength to remove the person. You say, when I touch that person, the thing will catch me. Oh. And you will stay and see the person get drowned. Really, there is this powerful story in a town called Gompa. Gompa is in Gbarwee Administrative District. This very young gentleman, older than me, has epilepsy. He fell in the fire. Nobody could touch him. He got burned until his hand cut off.
Wow.
He is still there today with his cut hand. So you can't take this sickness from people. And that is why we don't have to isolate the people. Like doing
when I was growing up in my home, in one thing, one of the things I used to hear about epilepsy is that when the person falls, no one should go around there because the state can become so dangerous. A lady, that
is the myth. And that's true. And that is why it's creating this stigmatization.
Yes.
And all of that. Because of that, people build small things for somebody. And when that person is there and the person, you know, begin to experience seizure, the person is alone there, and things will you know, happen to that person in that building, and you will not know. And you will not know at all. So those are things that we are fighting hard to reduce. And like we're saying on page 3, we brought the district commissioner, we brought the district education officer, the statutory district superintendent David L. Jacobs, and stakeholders, religious people. That was the first time for them to have interacted. That was the first time for them to have interacted with people that have epilepsy. And we want to say thanks to Jerry Tour, the district health officer. Look, it was a scene of emotional activities at the time at Gbarwee Clinic. And at that point, we have now raised sufficient funds in terms of medication. So we were able to expand to Gbarwee Clinic. So we begin with Gbarwee Clinic at our home base, and we now move to Gbarwee on phase 2. And Gbarwee has 9 clients. We love to call them clients. We don't call them patients.
Okay.
Yeah, so we love to call them clients that they will feel, you know, and of course they are part of it.
They will feel loved.
Yeah, they will feel loved. And at Gbarwee Clinic, it will amaze you. Some people who came there, I mean, it was just surprising. And this person will say, look, my son is in school, but he's experiencing seizure, and because of this, is this. And we are like, calm. And the medication is free. People came from Tapeta, people came from other communities, people came from Dole Administrative District to Gbarwee. Sadly, when some of them got there, because we only took 500 tablets at Gbarwee Clinic, thinking that the influx will not be more. And the medication was not sufficient. So we move over to phase 3. For phase 3, phase 2, we move over to not Gbarwee, but Zanzei, where we have for the 6 clients, and then Zikepa, where we have 45, no, not 45, but 46 is Zanzei, Dakar, 45, and then Mela is around 10 The guy we have not gotten the clear statistics from mainland yet. Since
and Ambassador Gbarwee, I really love the way you started from your region, from your home. And that is the essence of education. When you have an educated child in the community, that child will benefit that very community and move into the larger society. So I want to ask you, when do we see you spreading your arms around? Because this condition has been suffered from, not only by people from that region, but across the country and across Nimba. So what are the plans to move around Nimba in other communities?
So let me first of all read this particular comment from the superintendent of Nimba County.
Yeah, the reason why I'm not reading the comment is because
let me leave it with you.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead and read it. Please read it. Please read it, because I don't have access to my other phone.
Yes, I am concerned and I'm excited.
Yeah, she said.
And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm coming to give a very touching story.
Okay.
Some of you may have known or heard that story, but it's a touching story.
So please read it.
The superintendent of Nimba County, Ma Paul Miape Gondo, writes,
yeah.
Congratulations to my brother in studio for his extraordinary display of citizenship and humanity. Seizure is a normal neurological disorder that comes in different forms. Sadly, we do not have strong mental health here in Liberia. God bless his work. God bless your work, Madam Superintendent. The fact that you have said this,
yes,
it is breaking the barriers of stigmatization in Yahweh Mesino, where we have been monitored this morning.
Yes. And across Nimba, you have also been monitored.
Yes, across Nimba and Liberia and the world at large.
Yes. In Yatana, in Gamo, in Sugar Hill, Banga, we've been monitored all over the place.
Absolutely. And we want to say thank you. And really, let me break this. This is not about me. And this is not about politics. This Edmund Gbarwee will not be on a ballot box. So this is not about me. This is about what we all can do at different levels with our passion, with our God-given talent to reduce some conditions within our community. To get involved with community development. It might be getting up in the morning and seeing a health facility push it up and don't take the phone in the morning and say, oh, they representative, they clean it, it's dirty, they're not giving nothing, but you go there with your team and say, gentlemen, let's go and brush this place. It is getting up in the morning and taking your broom and sweeping the street of Ganta. It is getting up in the morning and waking up and brushing the compound of voice of Gompa. These guys have not been paid. Really wakes up in the morning and come up to this station. A family live at home and he's doing this, risking his life. Ganta is a place that is a commercial. Somebody could harm me in the morning. But he prays to God and is doing this. Now, few days ago, after our phase 3 campaign, there is a lady from Riverside. The lady came for her medication. July 26th, when people were celebrating the Independence Day, we were in these rural communities celebrating with our families and friends who are challenged with epilepsy. Okay. Yes. That's good. Under the ring, we were there, reaching out, creating awareness.
Giving them hope.
Giving them hope. And this lady thinks that there's still hope. Yeah. And so this lady came from Riverside. And when she came all the way to Moyi, she walked 8 hours. What is strange and is not strange is she said she and her husband, they are suffering from epilepsy. So the husband was keen to come for the medicine, but she said, I will go. Wow. So when she came, and because she came from Riverside, they gave her 3 months tablet of carbamazepine, which is, I mean, that is 30 times 3, because every day you need to take your medication. So after that, we took the group picture, and I agree, you know, because normally I like to go to them, take picture, hear that story, talk with them, encourage them, and we have fun. All of our volunteers are doing it, the social workers, the ladies among us, they were all, you know, hawking them, taking pictures, giving them clothes, giving them items, and all of that. Then she said, my son, she started crying when I held her to take the picture. So I said, Mama, what happened? She said, I can speak a little bit of Mano. I can speak English good. But please, you really hold me to take picture with me?
Wow.
I said, yes, Mama. She said, because...
She has never felt that before.
Yes. Besides my husband and my children, nobody touched us. The people don't come around us.
And especially in the interior, it can be so bad.
Yeah, you can be in Tacoba.
So imagine the person living with that kind of condition.
Yes.
Rejected.
So, absolutely. So when I took the photo with her, and then she came up and brought us inside and said, my son, God bless you. Really? Whenever you're doing something and somebody tells you, God bless you, don't overlook it. It's not that person talking, it's the spirit of the true living God speaking through that person.
Yeah.
So a lady is in Kai who has twins. She and her boyfriend too have epilepsy. Because of that, the boyfriend has escaped from her and gone all the way to a community called Gbarwee. So the first time through a lady called Josephine, we went out and was able to meet her. We took photo with her and said, and gave us more cash and told her that, look, we will be back. So the fourth time, she can't take the car by Josephine, but she can take the medical called phenobarbital. So this lady, I decided to do a post for her somewhere around, September. So when I did this post, normally I do the post and share in all of the different chat groups.
Okay.
Really, on this day, I saw a text message from a wonderful citizen of our country. And he said to me, I have been following. Sorry, I'm paraphrasing his statement. He said, sorry, I have not been able to reach out to you because I did not have your number. But I've been following you and your team activities in helping to minimize epilepsy in Liberia. And my daughter suffered from this.
And I know exactly what you're talking about, but you will call the name. I will call
the name. And I'm very touched about this. I'm not saying the person wrote me on my email. I said the person said they look for my number in the all Nima agenda chat room. The person is telling me sorry. And I'm saying this to we emerging leaders and stakeholders who are listening to me in terms of being humble when you are serving your community or your country. It's not about me. It's about those who are challenged with epilepsy. It's about those who are in Gompa. In this Gompa, there are people who are challenged with epilepsy.
Seriously?
They are decided not to say it because they will be stigmatized.
Yes.
They keep it in secret and dying slowly. It is because of them.
Yes.
And he sent me that text message. And he said, I would like to meet with you and your team. So I said, this team will not be scammed. This team should not be scammed.
Should not be 4-1 now.
Yeah, this team should not be 4-1 now. So I wrote back. I saw the person picture and I tried to do my fact check. I said, but it's that we are human being here. It's here, I think that, let me respond. So I said, yes, sir, we are humble and we say thank you. But I am not alone. We are a team. So I would appreciate, you meeting us as a team. And he said, oh, that was good. But I'm in Nigeria. And when I come back, I will be able to meet you people. Then I believe that there is a touch for somewhere. The person is nobody else. The person is the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Franklin.
A son of Nimba County.
A son of Nimba. A son of Liberia. A son who has suffered stigmatization because of epilepsy. Imagine, growing up, he's willing to tell a story. That is what impressed me most.
Wow.
And he's for sure, when he came from Nigeria. He sent for us on that Saturday. He said, let's meet to my house. I said, it's here. I hope that's not happening, yo. And we went to his house, and he was able to usher us into his protocol. In fact, that morning, it was like we were the only team there. Hundreds of people are going to see the vice president. It was only us that the vice president met. And some stakeholders have also gone to see the vice president. The vice president could not meet them until he brought us in.
That's how God works.
That's how God works.
When your time reaches, nothing can stop it.
Nothing can stop it. And you've got to be humble. One of the things, you got to be honest. Yeah. When you tell people $5 to do something, really, do it for the cost of what you have collected that money for. Yeah. And report to them. For us, we report to them 3 ways. By written document, by picture, by video. Because we will call each of us name who contributed, including the motorcyclists who will accomplish us on the field. So the vice president ushered us in, and thanks to Pharmacist Joseph Sequoia, because I was shocked. Actually, I was off balance. I did not know we were arriving at this point. But it is not about us. It is about you who listen to us in St. Vincent. It is about you who listen to us in Gamu. You who listen to us in Ganta. You who listen to us in Blodiala. You who listen to us in some part of district number 5 that people have been calling us. District number 2, district number 3. Everywhere. District number 7, the bound area. And the vice president called us in. And he said, I am touched. But I want all of us to work together to help and see how we can make this very effective. Those conversations are ongoing. And he said to us, my daughter suffered from this, epilepsy. But for now, she's in the U.S. and she's been catered to. And she's not having seizure anymore. She even travels to Liberia back and forth by herself. The only thing, she bring her medication and take it. And I'm concerned about our citizens. I'm thinking that we can even have
those who are in the villages, in the towns, who cannot afford.
Yes. And he told us he was on a campaign trail somewhere going to Gbarwee community in between Secretary and Bound. He said he saw 4 kids who were in wheelchair, and when he went close to them, all of them were people told him that they had epilepsy. The vice president of the Republic of Liberia, as a way of helping to minimize epilepsy and also to implement the sustainable development goals that talk about quality health care for everybody. By 2030, he is concerned about you all that are listening to us who are epileptic, and to our family people who think that the economic burden on you is becoming so much, and which is true, and you are suffering because your child got epilepsy, you can't jump cool, you are suffering, you cannot live in people's homes, your children can't go to school, and all of that. We want to assure you that there is still hope. The vice president, as you heard, the superintendent here, also very passionate about this, and all Liberians and Liberians listening to us this morning. We want to tell you that the vice president picked up the telephone, because in responding to situations, there is something called the then and now. The now for those who are challenged with epilepsy is the medication. So immediately, the vice president called a pharmacy in Liberia. We left there and he called. It was difficult for them to get the medication. Really, just imagine if the vice president take a telephone and calling pharmacy for medicine and the people don't really have the medicine.
What more about the common man right down there?
Common man who down there.
Yeah.
It took us almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
The good news for all of us, for that lady in Kai, for that lady from Riverside, for that boy in that community, your story, your proud, like you've been telling us, say, God will bless you for us to take our medicine all the time. God has answered your prayers through the vice president.
Wow.
The vice president was able to donate.
Let me clap for that. Let me clap for that.
Absolutely. The vice president is passionate about what you're going through. He understands and knows exactly what you're going through. He was able to donate $950 worth of medication as a startup.
Wow, that's great.
As mental health, celebration globally is on October 10th, we are planning event. We are working with Patrick Dabar and the country health team through Patrick Dabar and the district health officer, Jerry Tour, to be able to celebrate this year World Mental Health Day in Zikepa. Wow. Where the superintendent will be able to hear testimony from women who are now saying, because of the initiative, we can now cook in our home, our family can eat for us.
I'm telling you.
We can now go in cool with our friends because of the way these people are coming and breaking the stigmatization.
Edmund, I've been having show, man, but you have mesmerized me this morning. You know, your deliberation, the way you have done, look. This thing had to be killed. The stigmatization against epilepsy and all of these diseases have to be killed. Thank you so much for the work. Let me just announce to the public that we are playing host to Ambassador Edmund Gbarwee. He's the head of the group called the Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia. They are doing their best to make sure that the stigmatization against Edmund. So I hope you've been listening. I don't know the soup. Madam Soup?
Good morning, Raily.
Yeah, we will open a line here, but let us just break the rule to have you. Good morning, Madam Soup. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Raily. Good morning, and good morning to your host.
Good morning, ma'am.
I just wanted to thank him.
Yes, 1 minute. Let me have you on the line. Edmund?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just listen to the superintendent. She is also commending you. Just listen to her, please.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for this initiative and itself effort and all help with the country administration. We will support this mental health day celebration in Zikepa. We are going to be there. Where is he having it?
Zikepa in Yaomis, no.
Okay, we will be there.
Oh wow! So the super. Wow! Thank you.
We are going to be there. Really, mental health is something I understand a lot about. Working with mental health people. So I remember just yesterday I had meeting with my general staffers. You know, our picking J-Boy is always a welcome. And so I was complaining that whenever J-Boy comes to this compound, make sure that J-Boy has a food, that he's giving food, because sometimes he will complain. Look, I came there, so while talking to the staffers, they said, true, not true, our man, we can get him food. J-Boy get his boy here. When J-Boy eat, get boy here, with his spoon here. Anytime he comes, he's sitting right here. I said, J-Boy, that special boy here. They say, a special spoon? They say, yeah. I said, why? I said, when you go to the restaurant, people who use the spoons you eat, once you wash the spoon, they can go in everybody else.
So, meaning it is the same stigmatization that Edmund is talking about.
The stigmatization. It's the stigmatization that people feel that every sickness is communicable. No. They have to tell them no. When anybody comes here, they eat, whether chef or whether someone who you think is not okay, just wash the dishes. As long as you wash the dishes, it is okay. And just to add to what he's saying, not only that this disease will not be spread by you to state or whatever, but there's something about seizures that people don't know. Not all seizures get physical the way you see it. There are seizures. People experience seizures with eye movements. They can be stepping down. In Liberia, you say this person just lost. They just in the air. And that person will experience multiple seizures right there in that state. So, unless you go to the doctor and the doctor says, but that person has had multiple seizures, based on their neurological explanation, you will not even know they have seizures. So, of us may have seizures without even knowing. So it is good to throw light on. And with medication, it is manageable. With medication, the occurrence is not as often. So we will be there to support his initiative.
Wow.
I want to say thank you to the organization for what they are doing for our community, and we hope that it can spread in other communities.
Madam Sue, words are inadequate to express for the level of openness, the level of collaboration, the level of support to organizations and institutions in member country. We say thank you so much for the good leadership you continue to exhibit.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So we'll go back to Edmund. Edmund will have to open the phone lines very, very shortly. Hello?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, we are here.
Yeah, so welcome back. You listen to the soup. She has promised that she and her team will be right there in Zikepa with you for the celebration of the World Mental Health Day.
And you know, really, this goes back to you and me and all those who are listening. You know, every time I write on Facebook, my end is more win. Pay it forward. The future is bright. Liberia will be a great country. We all need to respect our leaders and work with them and support them. This remark by the superintendent getting involved, this alone will this morning trigger a lot of positive impact across our country. Not only in Nimba, it's creating hope for those of our people who are listening to this radio, Voice of Yahweh Mesnon, watching the live broadcast. This is pure leadership. I want to say thanks to Madam Superintendent. We are not surprised because God has blessed her. And she's going to be a blessing to the 85% women of Yahweh Mesnon district and other communities who are challenged with epilepsy. It's going to be a great event. They will interact for the first time. And God is doing it for those people. And it's going to be a wonderful event. Okay. And we are grateful because we also understand that the representative of that district Gbarwee will also be there on the 10th, having a stakeholder meeting with his citizens in Zikepa. So God is just working in it. While I was just talking, the COS, Morris wrote me and said, look, the representative will also be there. So we are hoping it's not going to be the launch, because the launch is going to be where people who have epilepsy will come on. Some of them will bring them in the studio and they will tell you their story, where they come from, and they can be ambassadors as we move forward. So let's respect them. Some of those people with epilepsy, through them, we will be able, your family will be able to have a rewarding time. And this time, while we are trying to go, we want to do an assessment to see where the people are sleeping. We won't meet them to the clinic animal. Because we know some of them sleeping on the bare ground because of hatred and stigmatization and not understanding the condition.
Edmund, thank you so very much. We have 1 minute past 8 o'clock. We'll add additional 8 minutes to the time just so that we can hear from the listening public. But thank you so much. You are listening to Daybreak Gompa on Voice of Gompa. And this show, we are playing host to Mr. Edmund Gbarwee. He is the head of this group that is helping immensely to get rid of the stigmatization against people who are suffering from epilepsy in Liberia. Those who have been stigmatized, they have been neglected, they have been rejected in the communities, in their families. They are not being shared food. When they cook, some people don't even want to eat their food. They say, oh, when you hug them, you get a sickness. Don't sit around them. When they breathe, you get a sickness. When they fall down, you touch your space, you get a sickness. They don't want to jump cool in the interior because they say, yeah, see. They are telling you no. By you and that person eating together, you don't get a disease or you don't get a sickness. By you swallowing GB together, no, you don't get it. What about sexual intercourse, Edmund?
You don't also get it. And you know, when we're creating awareness, there's a friend of mine who can say, oh,
so I can eat a lating together, you will not get it.
Yeah, you can eat together. Yeah, not too happy.
Yeah, and the guy to be a girl, you start seeing her drinking or say you can stay eat something together, don't go. Because by you going away from that person, you kill the person. You know, neglect, rejection, stigmatization can kill faster than even when the person is suffering from a condition. The best you can do as a family, as a community, give that person hope.
Yeah, it causes stress,
yes,
depression, and all of those, so, and they are very terrifying.
This is the group, they call it the Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia. Ambassador Edmund Gbarwee and his team, they are the ones doing this great job for our people here. They have started with it in Yawamesno and they hope to spread across Liberia. But they need your support. Your support may not be cash, it may not be materials, it can even be the messages you will spread. You know, quoting them, going around the community, I heard this thing from this group, I learned this thing from this group, we can do this together, this disease, that this, it's not the way you've been taking it to be, let's do this. That is also another form of support. So this show has been relayed, or it's been simulcast on the voice of Yahweh Mesino, 99.1 FM right there in Zikepa, Yahweh Mesino, District number 9, Nimba County. Now is your time. Maybe you want to ask Ambassador Gbarwee, or you want to commend him like the superintendent has done. So we have the numbers here. Only one number to call. 0770 56 2672. 0770 56 2672. Our first caller is on the line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Raily.
Yes, sir. Edmund, are you hearing the caller?
Clearly, sir.
Yeah,
okay. Go ahead, please. Where are you calling from?
This is Steve Darosai. I'm calling from a borough of Gompa this morning.
Borough. Okay, from Gompa. Welcome.
Thank you for the show, Parada, this morning, more especially about our brother Edmund Walakewon Gbarwee.
Yes.
Let me commend him wholeheartedly, because as men, once you are educated, you go through that tough time.
Please be short. Oh man, no much time. Please be short.
Yeah, you got to kind of serve your people in the community. So, Mr. Gbarwee, I want to thank you very much, and you shouldn't continue. It shouldn't be in Yahweh Mesle alone. Okay. Let that go across Nimba County. And also, let me commend our steering committee in Ganta or Haligoi
Okay, man. We'll talk about that after this edition of the show. We'll talk about the steering committee, the honoring, the presentation of the cash process. Morning. Emmett? What is going on? 0770562672. This, I don't know, the orange network is giving problem. 0770562672. MSNO.
Yeah, Raily, thank you for the program this morning.
Yes.
I'm actually impressed. Let me say bravo to our brother.
Even at the host of the show, I'm really thrilled.
Yes, and also, the reason he's talking about, I have my family right in Gompa there.
Okay.
And the last time when I saw him on a road, I was so impressed, and I started making a comment. It's right in my own backyard, because I know some inhabitants from Gompa that are also faced with similar problem for the little time I have been there with my wife, going and coming. So I'm also impressed about it. I will also need Mr. Gbarwee personal number so that I can be in communication with him. And I also want to say bravo to our superintendent for overwhelmingly accepting to work along with this team. Thank you.
Edmund will read his number at the end of the show so that those of you who want it can get it out. Morning. Okay, let me get this person. Good morning. 0770562672. Morning.
Good morning, Raily.
Yes, sir. Your name?
Thank you. My name is Mark James. I joined from Royal Community.
Welcome, my dear brother, Mark.
Thank you so much. Really, I'm very much happy this morning for these wonderful opportunities. Because for our brothers to come and educate our people. I've been one of the victims of this thing. And when I was in Darley with my aunt, I was talking with her. One of our daughters was going through this problem.
Okay.
And everywhere really she used to go when they according a lot of time somehow now you know to the level when she going somewhere when the month coming to an end or new month come up, they will say we should go along with her, we should be behind her. And the shameful part is really she always happen to her in the midst of people when she going to gathering.
Yes.
In the marketplaces, the place where people will go for a meeting or friends, then will call her so that they can sit down to her for a and be worried. In the midst of the friends on the street, that the place she will fall and will wake up and pour out to carry. So you need to be embarrassing to the family. And what I want to say here is just as the guest said, we used to eat with her. Do everything together. It's not communicable to see. So I want to tell our problem.
Thank you, sir. Let me get Sekou Donzo from Australia. Sekou, good evening to you, right?
Yes, evening. Yes, good evening.
Welcome, Mr. Sekou Donzo from Australia.
Yeah, thank you really for affording me the opportunity. A lot of people there. I just want to say my prayer for the sick issue of our brother man. I think he's not well. So we pray that he get well soon. Emmanuel. So quickly, I just want to also say thank you to our brother, our senior brother in the city over there. Gbarwee, is it? I think
Gbarwee, Edmund.
So, Edmund. So this is excellent. I hope he's listening. And these are people that wish to see. A lot of people that are there about is doing something good. So just awareness, really. I just want to just allow me 1 minute is okay.
Yeah.
On this is very important. The epilepsy is a health area. It's not politics. I think, So the epilepsy, I just want people to know that it's widespread. I heard you say something that someone says you need to be where he is, but you cannot go everywhere. You need resources. Like talk about the bad person coming in, also same thing. Thank you to him. So you see, it's widespread. So people should help you in the process, and I hope the stakeholders are all listening so that they can do survey on the area. And then it's misunderstood. So people try to conflict, people come with some spiritual something when these people are going through some problem because it appears into seizures. And what happened is disconnection really in the brain. A seizure is a result. It's talk about brain disorders, right? So this disconnection between the nerve cells in the brain. When that happens, the person experiences interruptions, overstimulations, and that comes with uncontrollable seizures. That's why you see them taking, for a long time. All right, just to name a few. Then you have different types. You got different types of seizure. You got temporal lobe epilepsy. That's the main one. Okay, you got the frontal lobe occipital. We're not naming it. So genetically, to know the causes, it can be in the gene. Okay, there are specific family people that they have epilepsy most of the time, and they also can be in the race. So people need to know some other things. So because other people want to lie, don't want to say, let me end up with trigger. So really, you see, the epilepsy trigger really can be the flashlight. People with epilepsy, in the evening time now, flashing when you see that beam on the flashlight, it can also serve as trigger. Sleep deprivation if they're not sleeping well. So I hope the brother will be supported so that they can have chance to provide some other help for the stress. It can also cause a trigger, and it can further alcohol and drugs intake. So if I really want to stop there, I just want to say thank you, really. Please control this kind of thing. Health area, those people that got the chance to come over there to discuss health so that people can be aware of this thing. It will be good. And our superintendent, she's good. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, really.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sekou Donzo from Australia. Morning. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name?
My name is Francis Gbarwee.
Oh, okay.
I call you from Gompa.
Welcome, sir, Mr. Gbarwee.
Well, I'm grateful to God for what a member of my family is doing for us. My little cousin, how that in our family, our home, all this part, everybody said that God help us, and this child life was taken away. But thank God that somebody from our family has decided to take the initiative. Edmund, thank you, and may God be with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gbarwee. Zalo Gbarwee.
Good morning, really.
You say you want to share your own story.
Yeah, but let me just only firstly about sharing my story in the meantime. Really, when I heard the name Edmund, my mom went to another guy from the Baba Belt. Edmund Gbarwee, really, so I said, oh, so Edmund Gbarwee not going to heaven? Not knowing what the other Edmund you're talking about. Really, yeah, Gbarwee, really, the fellow who are next to Wu, going to Amzawolo. Yeah, Epilepsy also. But really, I can remember my late father carrying him Guinea, carrying Africa. Along with medication, really, they put in our money a whole lot. Until later now, the guy in the medical hospital brought in the medication. When you're taking the medicine, you're picking up gradually. But then he was very powerful, really, he was very strong. Really, the guy could beat about 10 person on the spot. So every time I went around, you know, I would be forced. Anybody be really aware, the accountable man, beat the guys, you know, a whole lot. I remember that in Batukoda. People were a whole lot. But then little guy really, can you imagine kind of leave from here and go St. John and swim? Instead of not grabbing, but soon he would dance on the shoulder and would grab him. We fought with him all through. But in 1985, it started getting worse, even fell into the fire. We fought hard to rescue him, but it was late. Even though he survived from there, you know, but time started running in and he started getting sick until he died. But really, our late father and our parents also, and even other brothers, one thing they did to us was, we didn't go here, sir. We used to eat together, we used to play together every time. I even had a scar on me, you know, we're playing together, football, he even hide me. But he told me that if I report it to my father also, or the mother, they're going to beat me more. And I kept that secret up to now. Nobody knew about it, except now. So really, Edmund, thank you a whole lot. Thank you for educating the public. Okay. And Edmund will join you in the advocacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Matthew Tor.
Yeah, morning, really. I want to say thank you to the serious guest this morning.
Yeah, he's on the phone from Monrovia.
Oh, okay, all right. It's actually a good initiative, and I also say thank you to the superintendent before I make my own remark. You know, the young lady, she's so special. The last time, she and I went for a workshop in Banga. As soon as I called my name, say you are from Nima, and she came to me, she got my number, and many a times she called me. It's the first time in history I threw down Nima would just gather and call people.
So Nancy Papa never called you before?
No, I want to go.
Oh, but you started
with pass through to Harahara. That was not even good. How people say somebody who knows the tree. Mainly don't want to know faculty. So that's how the student leadership is. When it comes to the issue of the epilepsy, I'm one of the victims. Because my brother had epilepsy very, very long time. He contracted that disease when he was very small. And we took him from place to place, and he couldn't be healed until, unfortunately, he died in 2017, and he was not interesting for the family, like the other person was saying. Imagine that kind of person. You don't know when the person will have a seizure. How do you manage him? He got a desire to do other things, okay? When he goes in the market, so now he coming, he will fall. When you see the whole body is bloody. I mean, we want to say thank you to those that are bringing all those initiatives. In a due time, some of us will be able to make our contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Guanbeh.
Your name?
My name is Jacob. I call you from Gbarwee.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Seeing my son that day. Even Mr. Gbarwee, who spoke that he had a family.
Yeah.
We have in the family what is fertilized. We just want to tell you thank you for having that song, for us, that his biological father that spoke there. So, Edmund Gbarwee, we just want to tell you to continue, and the superintendent too, we just want to thank her, you know, for listening always to radio. Gompa, to collect shit, all and I monitor you. She always on this radio, so she's a that people should get around her. So thank you, Gbarwee, and you are making her proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yoa. Thank you. I think we can take this person as our last caller. No time. Good morning.
Yeah. Let's go this morning for the studio.
Your name?
I'm Donzo Bangali Alio, living at the clinic.
Alio Donzo. Welcome, sir.
I would say, let God, this is not Edmund. Edmund, you have made things clear, complete, day. I want to keep praying for you and your effort, your team, even for those that are passionate.
Okay.
And I just want to say a star story. Right at the second back in let me say, they go back in to little boy who is slowly dying. Every day, the Lord's going to go at the hustling between people when there's something. He always comes to me with sessions too. No, you beat it in the
Those are your line is cracky though. Let me get this person finally. Morning.
Yeah, morning, ready.
Welcome, sir. Your name?
Yeah, there's Aaron Boko calling from People Street.
Sir, Aaron Boko, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you also this morning for the program. And I want to welcome my brother, Gbarwee. Yeah, been a long time. You're welcome to Gompa.
No, he's not here. He's on the line from Monrovia.
Oh, you're on the line from Monrovia, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. This story, the telling to Epilepsy is a terrible story because I have similar case in my family, but I got we have one of our uncle in Brussels at that time. He was able to just send just a tablet, my own. At least my story ended very happily. My uncle is a well man who even went to the University of Liberia and he graduated with DSc degree in business.
Wow.
He graduated with BSc degree in business because when that was happening, they said that it was just a brain contraction that was happening. But these things can happen because sometimes the blocks and they are not moving fluently and sometimes it misdirection. So this can happen.
Okay.
But with the story, especially for those who have the kind of thing, it's very pathetic because I was always with him, but I was not afraid.
Okay.
I was not afraid of him. I was always used to be with him. At that time, when this situation come on him, I go near him and try to see until he can come to himself. And then I can try to comfort him, talk to him until
Thank you.
that. We're very fortunate that we have our uncle in Belgium and he was able to help. But we will see how we can address the issue because other all are victims of it. So we'll try to see what we can do so that Liberia can at least minimize such a disease.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bogo. Tino, my man, no time.
Yeah, really, just 2 minutes. 2 minutes ago, just a few seconds. Okay, me appreciate you because you always bring people like a lot of impact to the society. Let me appreciate you. Let me appreciate Mr. Gbarwee. And we need to join the advocate like Mr. Walakewon was saying, and also like be having helping him because really here, it may be you tomorrow, it may be me tomorrow, or my family, or somebody else's family. So if we cannot look at the challenges now to put him behind him. Tomorrow my fellows tomorrow and we say, oh, but we're supposed to be part of it. So really thank you so much and let God continue to be with you always. Thank you so much for the show.
Thank you all for your contributions, your wonderful contributions. Thank you. We have 21 minutes past 8 o'clock. We're not taking calls again. The calls are so many, but no time. Edmund, welcome back.
Well, one more time whisper.
You listen to the callers.
There is still hope. And I would like to close like this. Let me say thanks. It is my father who just called. He just turned 75 years old, by the way.
Oh, wow. He's in Gompa.
Yeah, you're at the house in Gompa. And my daughter, Anne, who wants to be a medical doctor, and our emerging scientist, Gbarwee, and just all of you who called in this morning. Top of all, Brother Aaron Boko, who hails from one of the communities that this thing is prevalent. And we want to say thanks to the superintendent, to the county health team, to Patrick Daba, the vice president. But this is how we close. And it is important for all of us to jump on, because anybody can get seizure. That's what study shows. It's not, something. That's why it's not good to stress. That's why it's good to be careful with your head, pray against accident and all of that, because these are brain disorders. But why in the room with the vice president when we're about to leave him on that fateful Saturday? 2 stakeholders of Liberia came in. One is from Gompa County and one is from Gbarwee. So the vice president said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I will have in these campaigners who are helping to minimize epilepsy." And the other stakeholder from Gompa County said, "Oh, my son died from epilepsy."
Senator Prince Moi?
No, it's called Josh Moba.
Oh, Josh Moba, okay.
Josh Moba. And then one former representative from Gbarwee, he also said we were 2 boys. My elder brother died from epilepsy. I'm just saying this to say, just within the room, as you're hearing the testimony this morning, and people are not coming up to say this, to be able to be the ambassador in breaking the chain of stigmatization because of what the stigma associated, as you hear from callers. The cause are many. They are just many. On every 100 person or 1,000 person, no kind of 1 or 2 person will suffer from epilepsy. But just in the room, where stakeholders of this country, where they want to fly their children abroad anytime, 2 of them lost their immediate family because of epilepsy. One of them child survived, which is the vice president, but the vice president told us that he is passionate about this. Let me take this time to appreciate you, Raily Guanbeh, and the board and trustee of Voice of Gompa and the management staff for all that you continue to do in creating such a program. Today, you have been ushered in as a campaigner to help minimize epilepsy. We want to say congratulations. Thanks to our chairperson, Madam Antoinette Wade Johnson. Thanks to our diaspora chairperson, Madam Pauline Wonzon Land, a daughter, a former retired U.S. Army, a daughter of former Representative Steve Wonzon, who has stood up for us in the U.S. and said we will work together. We want to say thanks to all of our contributors. Thanks to all of those who also have been criticizing us. Your criticism is learning us that there is always a hope for those who are challenged. Without your criticism, we will not be able to do what is right. We want to say thank you. And we want to say thanks to all of our volunteers who continue to ride motorbike. Maki Kei, Famata Kane, who gave some bombing contest. She doesn't even understand our dialect. Mistress Gbarwee, Beatrice Gbarwee, our partners. It is all of our friends, Imalo Horace, Patrick Wheeler, the media guys in Zikepa, or Fred Yibbe, who has been covering, and now you are doing things. We want to say thanks to ELBC, who have us as their guests on the LNTV and Multi TV. We want to say thanks to Nima D9 TV. Thanks to all of us. Thanks. And all we can do is let's rather support. When you see somebody having seizure, don't be afraid. You can't stop the seizure right away. But if they are near fire, if they are near water, if they are near harmful things, remove those things from near them and let them to rest, and they will come to themselves. Thank you, and may God bless you. Let's pray for a successful event in Zikepa on the 10th of October, which is going to be World Mental Health Day. I want to say thank you, and God bless you, Pharmacist Joseph Tekoi. God bless you all who continue to mold us and guide us as we move forward. I want to say thank you to all the callers, all those who comment, and all those who wanted to call and did not call as well. I want to say thank you, and may God bless all of you.
The Ambassador, Edmund Gbarwee, I love to call him the natural diplomat. Every time you run, the day you see Edmund, even if you are hungry, your God will get filled. If you are depressed, anything is worrying you, the day you just see Edmund with your face to face, your problem is solved. He has never loved to hurt anyone. He always tries to say sweet things to you, no matter how hurt you may be. Edmund, I'm grateful to you. Thank you so much for the good work you continue to do for Nimba, especially for the people of Yahweh Mesno, for the people of Nimba and the Republic of Liberia. And I assure you that 100% we will work together. Thank you so much. We'll do our best to do it. Have a very great day. It was a pleasure having you this morning. And who is the guy sitting on the show there, Yahweh Mesno, on Voice of Yahweh Mesno? We want to call his name.
Rufus Bob Dollier is the one.
Oh, okay. Rufus Bob Dollier. You are right there on the Voice of Yahweh Mesno 99.1 FM. He's really in the show this morning from Voice of Gompa. I want to say thank you so much, Rufus. Have a great day. And Edmund, bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now, and thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Just so you know a bit of what we were doing here, I want to... What is this? Okay. So this is what we're talking about. I just want to just flip over it for those of you who join us lately in the show. This is the introduction of the organization, the head of the person in fact, the head of the group we're just talking about. They help minimize epilepsy in Liberia. Epilepsy is a significant public health concern in Liberia, though exact prevalence and data may vary due to under-reporting and limited access to healthcare services and support. A study conducted in 2013 suggested that epilepsy prevalence in rural Liberia could be around 4.9 per 1,000 people. However, the stigma associated with epilepsy and limited resources for diagnosis and treatment often leads to under-reporting and inadequate care and support. Many people with epilepsy in Liberia are facing social exclusion, and there is a lack of specialized medical services. And that's what the superintendent said. You know, the Help Minimize Epilepsy in Liberia campaign was established as the advocacy arm of the One Nimba Media, that's House Media Incorporated, a group of companies established in 2018 by Ambassador Edmund Walakewon Gbarwee and incorporators in and out of Liberia. That owns Nimba Dina TV and manages the radio Voice of Yahweh Mesno. Oh my God, what is happening here, man? We are sorry, I don't know what is happening to my phone. We just want to give you the information for those of you who join us late on the show. That is the reason. In Yahweh Mesno Health District, volunteers, contributors, and partners making contributions for the implementation of Phase 1 to Phase 3 that just ended on the 26th of July 2024, with additional volunteers and partners making contributions in cash and kinds and making sacrifices for the improvement of persons living with epilepsy. The latest update is the involvement of His Excellency Vice President Jeremiah Gbarwee and the E&J Foundation that just donated to this initiative. Help Minimize Epilepsy campaign operates in 5 communities or health facilities: Boyi Clinic, Gbarwee Clinic, Zanyekei Clinic, Mena Clinic, and Zikepa Health Center, and Matana Waiting Home, with many other catchment communities that connect with Sano, Riverside, Bong, and Grand Bassa counties in Liberia. This program is dedicated to improving the lives of individuals affected by epilepsy in Liberia. The program focuses on raising awareness, providing education about epilepsy, and ensuring access to proper medical care, treatment, and empowerment for sustainability. The campaign collaborates with local health care providers as it relates to